Boogeyman, Title Boxing of Pittsburgh. Time for the focus point. And this week, we're gonna work on not one punch, not one type of punch, but two separate punches that pair well together. And we're gonna talk about why they pair well together. It's like a fine wine and cheese or salmon or chicken or whatever. We're gonna talk about and work on that lead hook and that rear uppercut. Not just making them better individually as punches, but making them better together. So, first of all, it always helps, no matter what you're doing boxing for, why you're into boxing, it always helps to understand the why. The more you understand the why, the better your boxing and your workout is gonna be. So, if I were to throw a hook, if you're to throw a hook at close range at somebody, there are usually one of two things they will do. They will duck down and roll, that's why we roll at their hooks generally, or they will cover the side of their head. They could step back, but if they're in close, that's a lot harder to do. So let's just take those two things. So they cover the side of the head with their glove, or they duck down. So if I throw that hook and they do either of those things, they duck down, I'm going to catch them with that rear uppercut. If they duck, great, they're gonna duck right into my uppercut. They're just gonna duck down, it's gonna land, and down goes Frazier. Or if they block the side of their head, the hook comes around, they block the side of the head, the uppercut's gonna find a home right up the middle for the chin. So this is why they work well together. Of course, you can work the other way. I can throw my rear uppercut followed by a hook. If they block the uppercut, if they try to catch it with their hands, it could leave the side of their head open. It will also make them think twice about ducking down, because they just threw an uppercut, so you may not want to duck down right after someone throws an uppercut, because they could throw another one. And again, that's one of the worst things you do, run into the uppercut. You see tons of brutal knockouts like that. So when we throw these punches, of course, all the rules apply of throwing a good lead hook and a good rear uppercut, but sometimes together we see some mistakes that happen.
Common mistakes.
And usually the biggest one is this. Someone starts to throw the hook and they drop their hand down because you know the combination. Like let's say it's jab, cross, hook, uppercut. You know that when you throw that hook, that next punch is an uppercut, so your hand is down there. The problem is now you're wide open and you've signaled what you're gonna do. You don't need to do that. Instead, what you can do, when I throw the hook, I can drop just a little bit. That was probably too much, but just a little tiny bit to load that uppercut. Just that little tiny drop in my knees is all I need to load up that uppercut. Because again, we want to use good mechanics for these punches. I don't want to just drop my hand and throw bicep curl uppercuts. I want to throw power uppercuts with my legs, with my hips, and just that little bit of preloading can help. So you don't want to drop that hand early, that's bad. Keep it up as long as you can, and then just quickly release it and explode upwards. Now sometimes too, because uppercuts are generally harder for people than hooks, you might see a really powerful hook and then just kind of a ding uppercut. We don't want that. We want both punches to be powerful. So I don't want to see a smash and point, smash, point, smash, point. No points. I want to see power, drive through that uppercut. Don't just stop when you get to the bag. Don't just use your arms. Now use everything. Twist through it. Power on both punches. If we do it the other way, same thing. I want to throw a power uppercut, really make them have to defend it so I can smash them with that hook. That's what we're going to do this week. We're going to work on that particular pair of punches, thinking more about the why. I'm telling you, it's going to take your boxing game and workout to another level, and we're going to make those punches better, and not just better, but better together.
Saying it, but it's another thing doing it if you feel it.
Suate Ruiz. I'm sure he doesn't even know what state he's in right now.
One of the great. Tyson with a left hook, right up in the